Hello everyone, welcome to this channel again. Today I am going to demonstrate a simple life cycle assessment analysis in a Simapro software. As most of us must be knowing that Simapro software is a widely used software tool in the field of life cycle assessment. And this video is especially targeted to civil engineers and architects, and especially to beginners who wants to do LCA and who has a fair knowledge what LCA is, but still is struggling to simulate in a Simapro. So first I want to give overview of life cycle assessment. That means what are the phases of life cycle assessment, how to model it, and how to simulate it in Simapro. And second phase, I will demonstrate a simple tutorial to a story residential building. In this simulation, whatever the inventory I have chosen, that is randomly chosen. It is not exact, just only for demonstration purpose. Hope you will enjoy it and you will learn something. Thank you for being here. As you can see in this slide, the LCA has 4 specific phases. In first phase, we have to define goal and scope. Once we define goal and scope, then we have to explore the inventory. In third stage, we analyze the environmental impact. There are several impact categories in LCA, such as global warming potential, eutrophication, acidification, and many more. Once we analyze the inventory, then we'll interpret our result for our own purpose. Here, our own purpose means if you are an engineer or architect, you may be conducting LCA for your own purpose. That means your consultancy purpose. If you are a researcher, then you have to interpret your result as per your own objective. I will demonstrate each and every phase in Simapro. So let's go to Simapro. So here we go. If you have installed your Simapro properly, then you can see this short key here. So you should simply click it here as you normally click to open other kind of software. Here you can see I have a faculty license. You also may have some certain category of license. If you don't have a license, then you can't work in Simapro. So make sure you must have a proper category of license. Then click OK. Then you can expect such type of display in Simapro. It may differ slightly. It's based on which type, which version of Simapro you have installed. Based on that, you may expect some difference in the display, but normally you will see such type of display when you open Simapro first time. Then our first thing, I humbly request all of you to make a note also so that you can remember the steps. So first job is to create a new project. If you have already existing project, then you can open it. But here I believe that you have not created any project. So you should create a new project. So to create a new project, you should click it here at file. Here you can see new project, open project. If you have already existing project, then you should click it here. But now we are going to create a new project. So new project, let's assign some name. Building tutorial, that's it. Then okay. So you can see it is already created. It's a building tutorial. Then now you should remember what are the steps to be followed to conduct LCA. As per ISO guideline, which we discussed just few minutes before, we should follow the 4 steps. The first step is to define goal and scope. Here you can see goal and scope. So click it here at description, and then now try to update this section. So author, it's optional if you want. If you can comment, I'm just leaving it here. LCA type, I'm not going to change it here. Goal. So what is the goal? The goal of our this LCA is to analyze analyze environmental impact of a two-story building. Typical South Asian country. So it's a generic and just for an example, so don't take it as serious. Reason you can update if you want. Commissioner, practitioner. Yeah, this is functional unit. It is very important. So whatever the material we will select, that we will select for 1 meter square, 1 meter square area of the building. So whatever the material inventory we will see here, that is applicable to 1 meter square area of the building. Once we have this idea, then you can multiply simply, or you can simply divide the whole building area by this, and you can simply estimate, this type of arithmetic. So I'm not going to discuss it in detail here. That's it. Okay, okay, okay. It's okay. Don't forget to save change. So now it is saved. And then second step, now we should go for LCA inventory. So where to get the inventory from? Here are libraries. So you should select libraries as well. Here you can see it. We have a different category of different type of libraries: agro footprint, agro eco event. Here we will be working in eco event. So just I am going to select this one. If you are interested, you can select all also here. Here you can click and select all, but I don't advise you to select all. Your whole system seems bulky. So let's concentrate on this library which may be applicable in this project. So I have selected eco invent 3 and eco invent, and then system type, unit type. We'll discuss it in later phase. And don't forget to select method. It is mandatory. If you don't select it here, then in later phase when you want to analyze that thing, then you will not be able to do, because method is not there. So make sure method is selected all the time. Again, you can save change here. I saved this setting. Now let's try to make inventory of the building applicable for the functional unit which you have selected. Here you can see it's a process, product, different parameters are here. I'm not going to discuss each parameter right now because it will make you more confused. So let's start from product stage. You can model that LCA in Simapro in several ways. Here we are going to model on product stage basis. Here I'm going to model here I'm choosing product stage. You can also simulate in process stage, but here in this example we will be following product stage, and later we'll explain what is the difference between this. So just click it here, product stage. Here in product stage you will find this type of display, the first assembly. So now we are going to create a new assembly for building. So here what I will do, I will create a different assembly for different component of the building. So let me go through the inventory first. Here it's inventory. We have divided this inventory into 3-4 sections. For example, we have divided it into a structure, then walls, then roofing, flooring, and finishes. So let's try to update one by one. So I'm going to create first assembly for the structure. So here we should click on others, click it here, new, and create new one. Let's name it structure. Then in structure, what you may need, what you may need, you should update it here. It's material, assembly, and process. So let's try to update one by one. So to update material here, you should click it here, add line, and then here you can see different category of material. Our project is related to construction material, so you should click it on construction. And here in construction you can see it's a binder, brick, ceramic, cladding, and several category of material are here. So let's just start to update it with cement one. So if you feel difficult, or if you feel if you not find proper category manually, then you can type it here. It will make your life easier. So let's just type cement. If you type cement, you couldn't see here any, you couldn't see any suggestion here. But if you click it here as show as list, then you can see there are several options. It's a cement factory, cement factory, cement. We are going to select Portland cement, cement Portland. And here we are going to select system. Cement Portland system. And then select. Here it is. Now let me check how much cement we need for this functional unit. It's around 150 to 250 kg. I just insert here 200 just for reference. And then don't forget to save it here. Now we should add another material. Let me check. See, if you don't deselect it, then you will not find any menu in left side. So you should deselect it first. Now you can see again the menu. Once you get once after whenever we filter anything and it doesn't appear in this box, then you should click at show as list, and then you'll get a different option. Once you finish your job, then you should just deselect. Now we are going to add a brick here. So brick is our second material. Let me check whether it's brick or something else. No, cement. Then second one is steel reinforcement for rebar. So again, let's select suitable category of steel reinforcement. Again, we'll do the same thing. We'll type it here, steel. Nothing is here, so you should again click here as show as a list. Now we can see several options. So we are using which category of steel. I don't have a civil engineering background, so I don't know much more idea about it. So it's a steel reinforcement, steel low alloy production reinforcing steel. So let's check whether it is steel low alloy. Steel low alloy is here, is different. Let me select one, just it's for reference purpose. I selected this one, select it here, and let's update the quantity here. So what is the quantity here? It's around 50 to 25 kg. Just I'm taking the mean of this, that's 20 kg, just for reference only. This list is just for example, it's not a real list, just to demonstrate how to update in Simapro. For this purpose only I have created this one. And then again you have to add another material. Let's see from the list which material we have to update now. It's aggregates. Again we should find aggregates, so deselect it first, type it here, aggregates, so as a list. There are several. Now we have to select a suitable category of aggregates. So which category of aggregate we have mentioned here? Rest of the word, sand production, aggregates, gravel production. Rest of the word category. Aggregates. Concrete, local concrete, concrete, local concrete, concrete production, Let me select just is not the selected material has not mass unit. Okay, so if it is not the mass unit, then you can't assemble it here in production stage because it is in meter cube. So I'm going to delete it. So to delete any item which you don't need, just click it here and right click, delete line, finish. Now again we should add line, that is concrete one. I'm just going to select which one. Let's try to find that item which has a unit in kg. If it is no unit in kg, then it's there. But let me select first. Sorry, I couldn't deselect so as list, that's why I'm struggling here. So let me insert aggregates and then show as a list. Concrete aggregate meter cube we should select. Here all items has a unit meter cube, so you can't select it for SM this tutorial here, especially for product stage. So just I'm going to ignore it. So let's now update this list with a sand. We should select proper category of sand. So click it here and then again let's search sand. It here sand, nothing is here, so we should click it here. You can see several category of sand. We should select the sand, or you should select any item here which has a unit in kilogram, because if you select any item which has unit different than kilogram, then you will face issue when we want to add, when we want to update waste scenario. So let's select a material whose unit is kilograms. Pig iron, that is silica, yellow market silica gravel, uh, sand quarry operation. Let me select this one, sand quarry operation, open pit mine. It looks like more relevant for me, and let's say it's a 20 kg again. Then similarly we can update other material here. Let me deselect it here. So what is the next one? Next one is water. Okay, so we should select water, and we should select water. We should get it from tap or let me check which type of option we have here. Yes, so let's select water here, water, and you can see several option. Water pump, normally you don't use water pump operation to make aggregate in South Asian country. I have not seen it in a regular practice. So let me select some natural water, something. Water pump operation, water market for water. Oh, it's too many. Okay, let me select this one. Water pump operation, diesel. Okay, this doesn't have a, again, mass unit. We should select only those items which has a mass unit, that is unit is kg. So select it again, water, and you can also see here, you can also insert tap. Let's try to search whether we have a tap water in our database or not. Oh, tap water is here. So you can select tap water, conventional tap water, artificial tap, conventional with a biological tap water with. Let me select any one category. Let's not make it complicated. Thus it's an example. So tap microserve is selected, but unit is kg. That's good. Now let's say 50 kg. Now let's try to update the other remaining inventory which is required for structure. So what else is remaining? Nothing. Finish. So we have updated the materials which is required for a structure. So now let's don't forget to save. Now it's saved. So one assembly is ready. This assembly is for the structural component. Similarly, you can create different assembly for different component of the building. In today's video, in today's video, I'm going to create another assembly, that is walls. Rest will be covered in another video. So let me create another assembly, new assembly, name wall. So wall, in wall, which type of material you may need? So we need brick and mortar. Brick, fired clay brick, standard size. Again, we have data in piece. Whenever we are modeling in product phase, we should select the material which has a unit in kilogram rather than meter cube, or in other unit. So first we are going to update it brick. So brick, let me again search which type of brick we are looking for. Brick, again show as a list. Several fly ash brick production facility. We are not interested here. We are interested with the final product only. So clay production, extruded clay brick production, clay brick market procure, that may be appropriate. Clay brick market. So now we should update the number of pieces of bricks into kg. So you can assume it here. The weight of one brick is 1 kg, and we have we need let's say we need 20 bricks or 40 bricks, so we can update it simply 40 kg. And then second item, let me deselect it here. Second item, brick is already updated. Mortar, again mortar. So let me check which category of mortar database are available here. Mortar, adhesive mortar, cohesive cement mortar, different kind of mortar. I don't know, you are civil engineer, you are an architect, you must be knowing better than me. So for me, I don't have much more idea about civil engineering, so just I am going to click it here, cement mortar production. And cement mortar production, weight is 10 to 20 kg. So let me take the mean value 15 kg here. Again, don't forget to save. You should save regularly, otherwise it will disappear. And again, whatever you have saved or whatever you have updated, it will disappear, and again you have to do the same thing, and you have to do again you have to repeat it. So it is a time consuming thing, so don't forget to save. Let's make a practice to save whenever you update anything. Now what else? Finish. So we already updated the inventory required for wall. Today I am not going to update inventory required for roofing and finishing, flooring and finisher. We'll update it in next video. For today, I think this is sufficient to demonstrate you. Let me save. I already saved it. Let me close it here. So now you can see we have a structure. We have created two assembly: structure assembly, wall assembly. Now let's try to make a the main assembly, that is building. New. You could create it before also. I forget to create, so let me create now. Building story, story, building to a story. Comment, I leave it here. I'm not going to update it. And then save. So it is saved now. Now what next? So we have already created building two-story, and it is assembly of structure and wall. We have to update other assembly also, for example roofing and flooring and finishes. We will update it in next video. For today, let it be. So structure, we have a structure assembly, we have a wall assembly, we have a building two-story. So building two-story is the assembly of structure and wall. So now click it here, building two-story. Now you can reassemble here. Material assembly, you should add line and just deselect it. Go to assembly others. You have already created wall and structure. So let me click structure. It's a one piece. Now you can put piece because you have already updated everything in kilogram. So that thing is ready for one module. So structure one piece, and in second wall one piece. So building a story consists of two different sub assembly, that is structure and wall. And in next video we will update other assembly also, and then we'll see how it works. So save it. Great. Now our inventory was updated. So now the third step, as per LCA guideline, we should analyze the inventory. Then how to analyze? Now everything is okay. Here you can see the option calculate. We should click it here. Here three options: network, analyze, compare. Either you should click network or analyze. I'm going to just click it analyze. So then you can expect such type of display. It's analyze display. And this is the most important thing in method. If you don't select method, then it will the software will analyze, but you will get nothing. So we should select method. To select method, you should just double click it here. You will find different option because you have already selected method when we created new project, and we had selected, I think if I can remember, we had selected eco invent. So these are the applicable impact category. Sorry, these are the indicator. Let me select this one, midpoint. We'll discuss it in detail in coming videos. What does recipe midpoint, what does recipe endpoint, what other indicator means. For today's video, let me select this one only. Now you selected method and then calculate. Now it will analyze your inventory. So which component of your sub-assembly, or which component, or which construction material has more impact. Let me click it here. It's calculation. Here you can see this type of display. So this is the analysis of, environmental impact analysis of this assembly. So first let me click it here, network. This is a product network. So let me zoom out. Here we have option navigator. Now it will zoom in. So here you can see this is a building, two-story building. It consists of one structure and one wall. The structure itself consists of cement, steel, sand, tap water, whereas wall consists of clay, brick, and cement mortar. I think this is not suitable. Anyway, just for reference purpose, you can consider it here. So we have two sub-assembly, structure and wall, and we have major assembly, building. Building consists of two sub-assembly. One is a structure, another is wall. A structure consists of cement, Portland cement, steel, sand, tap water. Wall consists of clay, brick, and cement mortar. So this network looks like this. Now what to do? Now we have to analyze impact assessment. So let's click it here, impact assessment. Then in visual form you can find it here, you can see it here, global warming potential, marine, there are several impact category. And now we can see it in a tabular form as well. Here you can see. So whatever the material we included or whatever the assembly we created, the whole assembly has this type of impact. It's a global warming impact is 136 total 136 is out of 136. Structure contributes 131 and wall contributes 4.58. Similarly, you can see other impact category. So in this way we can model in Simapro. It's just an example. It's a very simple example. It's a rough example. But if you belong to this field, then you may know better than me. You can update your material as per your requirement, and then you can analyze as we demonstrated here. And then we have a different things here. We'll discuss it in another video. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something, or hope I shared something. Thank you for watching. And stay tuned for next video if you liked it.